and congratulations on your recent reconfirmation. You know, the inflation numbers continue to be concerning, and this is the #1 issue I've been hearing about from Arizonans. Families and small businesses are paying higher prices, and they need relief from soaring inflation so they can make ends meet. But we also know that this is not only a U.S. problem. Countries around the world, both big and small, are also seeing high inflation. So how is the U.S. position relative to other countries with respect to inflation?
I'd say our level of inflation is broadly comparable to that of other major economies. You saw Canada released their inflation number today. It's not far from where ours are. Same with the Western European democracies and the United Kingdom. But there are different compositions. So I would say generally, to generalize, in the United States, our inflation has more of a demand-driven component, whereas in Europe it is more, to a greater extent, driven by very high energy prices, for example. Although in the United Kingdom kind of has a mix of both of those. We also have high energy prices here. So the levels are similar, but the composition is a little bit different here in the United States.
Well, thank you. You know, crypto markets have experienced substantial volatility in the past several weeks. Has the Fed been tracking these events, and what implications do they have for how the Fed is viewing the broader economic outlook and making decisions with respect to monetary policy?
We are tracking those events very carefully, of course, and not really seeing significant macroeconomic implications so far. And but I think the principal implication is really what we've been saying, and others have been saying for some time, which is that in this very innovative new space, really there's a need for a better regulatory framework that treats, the same activity should have the same regulation no matter where it appears. And that isn't the case right now, because a lot of the digital finance products are in some ways quite similar to products that had existed in the banking system or the capital markets, but they're not regulated the same way. So we need to do that. And I think that is the main takeaway I would have.
What is an appropriate proportion of current U.S. inflation to assign to Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine? And how are you thinking about these events in the context of setting monetary policy?
Well, I would say the increase in commodity prices are clearly connected to the war in Ukraine, so that part of inflation would be certainly much lower than it is without the war in Ukraine. And there's nothing that our tools work on demand, and there's a job for our tools to do here. There is a job to moderating demand so that it can be in better balance with supply. But it wouldn't. We don't think that we have the answer to higher oil prices, due to the global oil situation.
I know the Fed tracks the core personal consumption expenditures index closely when thinking about monetary policy. Many trends in our economy, including a big shift towards technology and e-commerce, accelerated during the first year of the pandemic. And it's possible that the indicators and weights used to measure inflation may need to be revised to accurately measure inflation as Americans are experiencing it. So we all know inflation is high, but how high it is matters to ensure that we have an appropriate response. Congress and the Fed should make decisions based off the best information that most accurately reflects the challenges that families and businesses are facing. Have you given thought to this issue?
Well, yes, in the sense that we look very carefully at the way we measure inflation in this country. We actually use personal consumption expenditures, which is a little different and a better approach, we think, than the more traditional consumer price index. This was a change we made about 20 years ago, and I think economists generally think that PCE inflation does a better job of measuring the inflation that people are actually experiencing in their lives. So that is what we do, and we keep it updated. The government agency that manages it keeps it updated on a regular basis. So we think that's the right approach in terms of measuring inflation. Of course, we look at CPI as well, but we've chosen to make PCE inflation our principal measuring stick.